Hello. Hello. Hello, chat. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good, weekend. I hope we're all having a good weekend, and I hope we had a good Saturday. Welcome. Hope we're all doing well today. Yes. Hey Fizzy. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome. Dude, I really need to fix this. Need to fix everything. Everything's broken all the time. And nothing works. Hey Whiskey. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, welcome chat. I hope we are all good. Yeah, that'll do. Hello. Welcome in. We have returned. More Sin Gaming. Yippee. More more having to deal with their bullshit size shields or whatever they have. I love that mechanic. I love enemies in this game that just have magic shields. So cool, so cool. But yeah, welcome guys. You're doing well today. I needed more ammo last time we left off. That's all I can remember, really. Need to go get more ammo. I mean, we got plenty of money, so it's not really an issue. The real issue is, where the hell do I buy ammo? Where the hell do I buy 5.56 ammo as a duty stalker? That's the real question. And it's 357 headhunter rounds that skips all armor and faction resistances. Oh, you're talking about the no, that's the I can't remember the name of the mod, but it's the ballistic mod that EFP uses. Hey Flux, hope you're doing well today. Artie Grok. No, that's not the original one, I'm pretty sure. That's the Gamma port of it, I believe. The original one is I'm not sure who it was made by, but yeah, I know it's in EFP, I know. Adds a bunch of special types of ammo. There's like there's a LMG round that like is basically a shotgun round. There's what else is there? There's like poison rounds. There's poison rounds for the PPSH. Does damage over time. Explosive rounds. That one is actually kind of funny. You can get 12-7 explosive rounds. So the Ash 12 can explode. The Ash 12 can shoot explosive bullets, which is kind of funny. Where the hell do I get ammo from? Probably go buy some from Butcher, to be honest. That's probably the easiest, since it's quite cheap then. He should sell some HP of some type. But, yeah. Very cool. I mean, I think the ballistic system in Gamma is fine. It's just, Yeah, it's just the, well, no, it's fine for everything except shotguns. I feel like shotguns could definitely do with a bit of a buff in this ballistic system. What kind of mod pack are we using? Gamma with my own mods on top of it. Effectively. Oh, the other thing that I was thinking, yeah, so next next Stalker 2 update is going to be next week. They confirmed it. So there should be a big Stalker 2 update next week, which will be cool. May have to go try it, go give it another run. I've done every ending except the Doctor one, I think. Have I? I have, yeah. The Doctor ending was the last ending I haven't done in Stalker 2, so... Yep. Help? A help will be $50 an hour, $100 after that. Go ahead. How did that miss? How did he hit? Okay.
Следуем за мной.
Played Expedition 33, you didn't hate the French anymore. I've heard a bit about that game. I haven't really seen it, but it seems to be quite a popular game. I've heard quite a few people talking about it. I don't really know anything about it though, so not sure. Stalker 2 improved much after launch? Yeah. I think the game has only gotten better since its launch. Definitely. Yeah, I'd say so. Isn't the new Doom game is coming out in 5 days, I think it is? Definitely, I want to definitely have a look into that. Doom 2016 and Eternal were great games. So hopefully they continue it with Dark Ages. Oh, damn it, did I hit the... I think I just shot that duty guy in the leg. Better not be too pissed at me. I mean, he could just die. That actually solves my problems, to be fair. You finished the story once, and it's Stalker 2, you're waiting for the multiplayer. I think you are the first person I have ever heard who has said that. Waiting for the multiplayer. I mean, that's fair, you know, I get what you're saying, but I don't think I've met a single person who is waiting for the multiplayer for Stalker 2 as such, right? Because Stalker has always been a single player game, at least the main allure. But we'll see, I guess, we'll see. SR-25 and a Raptor from a zombie barrier defense off of a dead Freedomer. SR-25 is decent, but the Raptor is kind of mid. Only real performance you had was... Sorry, the only real problem you had was performance. It could be a PC issue. What are your specs? I mean, Stalker 2 is quite a heavy game, yes. So it won't run the best regardless, but... Holy moly. Is it cool if you get the name of the mods you're using on top of Gamma? I have a list in my Discord server. There's a channel with all of the mods, the mod names there. I'll fix my mod pack, I'll fix my mod pack when my exams are finished. Then I have more time to do stuff as well, I have more mental capacity to do stuff, is a better way of saying it. Probably you're the only one, you're curious what they're going to do with the mode. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to be a kind of dull arena shooter game. That will be fun for like a couple hours, but there isn't much depth to it. I mean, I hope it isn't. I hope they do something really cool with the multiplayer, but I don't, you know, I don't have any expectations for it. Right.
За мной.
But it would be really cool if they did do something really cool, right? But don't get your hopes up. Is that cheaper? Yeah. It's still unoptimized, to be fair. Oh yeah, I mean, Stalker 2 is not... it's not optimized that well, to be fair, but... I mean... I don't want to excuse the developers, but to be fair, Stalker 2 is quite a high-fidelity game, right? Like, the game looks good. I don't think there's any doubt in that. So, while they could definitely optimize it a lot more, it kind of is by nature a high-quality game, high-fidelity game. Moderators are fast. No, it was an auto mod. The bots are so predictable. I have it automatically set up to detect their messages. They're so predictable. They send the same messages every time. It's probably your CPU, the i7. I'm not good with CPUs, to be honest. I'm not too sure. The multiplayer is good, you just don't want it to be too good because you would hate for it to turn into a multiplayer series. We were talking about this last stream, actually. We did bring this up. I think, they're not going to do this, obviously, it's too late, but I think it would be of interest if they made the Stalker multiplayer game free to play. Right? If they made the multiplayer game free to play, and then, you know, kept the single player game paid, I think that would be a really good, like, sort of business plan for them. Because then you would have, you know, you would have a multiplayer game that anyone could play that kind of feeds people into buying the single player game. Right? Not good with CPUs? Nah, I've never been I'm not the best with hardware in the first place. I'm more of a software guy. I know my GPUs a tiny bit, but I've never been a CPU knower. The CPUs I've never... Yeah, I haven't really looked into too much. But yeah, having a free-to-play live service multiplayer game. I know people absolutely hate that in the modern day, and, you know, for good reasons, but I honestly think having a free-to-play live service Stalker multiplayer game would be a really good business idea for GSC. Because, like, yeah, like you said, it would help. Not that I think they need more funding. They seem to have done pretty well with, you know, Stalker sales, but... Well, Stalker 2 has been released now. It's not like they're gonna really be making much more money from it. Right? I mean, they made a decent amount, but... that only lasts so long. Stalker roleplay? Nah, I'm not... If you want Stalker roleplaying, go play Stalker Z or whatever, the DayZ mod. I'm not really I'm not really into like Stalker roleplaying. Remember my grenade launcher rounds this time. Not the Snorks again. Snorks are always here, man. Always here. I tell you. Maybe they'll re-release Stalker 2 10 times like Skyrim. Hopefully not. Probably not. Well, I imagine they won't be because they've said that they were going to do DLCs for this game. You're not playing DayZ? What do you mean? Stalker Z is a mod for DayZ that is kind of, well, it's a Stalker mod for DayZ. But a lot of the servers are very much, RP focused. Miracle Machine grenade launcher incident? Which one? Oh, me forgetting to bring the grenade launcher yesterday. Yeah, that was, quite unfortunate. You have to go to Lemansk now. What would be the best way to go there without dying? Honestly, through Red Forest is probably best. Unfortunately. GSC would get a lot of love if after the DLC come out, they'd add a final update and have it be a new game plus mode. I feel like, okay, imagine this. Let me plant a seed in your head. Imagine a sort of Red Dead Online for Stalker 2 without the online thing. Right? Basically what I'm saying is, imagine if Stalker 2 was open world. Like, completely open world as such. After the story ended. But I think the reason why it doesn't matter is because we're just around the corner from getting a developer SDK. GSC has promised us a modding SDK soon. And I think one of the first mods would probably be some sort of playable after game finish mod. It's like New Vegas, right? Fallout New Vegas has a definitive ending that you can't normally play after, right? And I'm pretty sure there was specifically a mod which allows you to play the game after New Vegas. So I feel like one of the first mods for Stalker 2, once the SDK comes out, is going to be a new game plus mod, which allows you to keep playing the game after you beat the game. So it's not really something for GSC to add, I guess. Free roam? Yeah, kind of free roam, I guess. I think GSC would get a lot of... Oh wait, no, sorry. Mentioned you are a CS student. What programming language do you know? The thing with like programming is that once you learn a compiled language and an interpreted language, you basically know them all. Not exactly, but that's kind of how I found it kind of works. My main language is probably C#. I've been doing C#, or I've been learning C# for about 9 years now. So C# is probably my main programming language, and I do really like it. I've been recently doing quite a bit of C++, but that's kind of just like C#, I guess. I mean, I can do Python, I guess. I don't have much experience in Python, but I got enough experience in Python to probably do most things with it. It's not my first choice though. I don't really like Python, to be honest. Not to be like big-headed, but I think Python's a bit too easy. You know, I like to suffer when I'm making programs. Python is too, like, reminds me of Scratch. C# is comfy. C# is a very comfy language because it feels like high level enough, but at the same time not. It is basically just a high level C, right? It's just high level C. You don't have to worry about memory management and all that stuff, but you still have quite high level, or sorry, low level control over things. And you can do a hell of a lot of things with C#. So it is kind of, and it's pretty modern, right? It still gets updates. So, I don't know, that's my, C# is my go-to language. You don't care about New Game Plus? That's fine. I mean, you don't, I don't know, you don't have to play it, right? You know, it's just, it would be nice if it was an option for people who do want to play it. Where can you find companions? The best way to get companions is probably from missions. If you do a mission like rescue a stalker or take someone somewhere, you just... Don't we already have an EXO? But yeah, what I was saying is, if you get one of the missions where you have to rescue someone or deliver a stalker somewhere, and then you just never turn in the quest, you just get to keep them forever. The other way is that you can just go around asking people, and there's a small chance that they'll have an option to, you know, you can ask them to join your squad for free. So you could do that as well, but I believe the chance for that dialogue message appearing is proportional to your reputation with the faction. Iron Man today? Nah. I'm not really doing Iron Man at the moment. Like I said, my my mental capacity is kind of at its limit at the moment with all my exams. I really don't have the patience for Iron Man in this game, especially in Gamma. So I'll do Iron Man later, you know, in a couple, when I'm free basically. But for now I'm kind of just playing for fun. You know, God forbid. Have fun in Gamma. Some of the hate for Stalker 2 is unwarranted. I think it's... I think the core of why people hate it is based on legitimate problems. But I feel like people like to blow things out the water a bit too much. And, I mean, it's not just Stalker 2, right? You choose any game and you always find that the people who, you know, the people who hate the game the most always kind of over-amplify their problems with it. Because, you know, Stalker 2 is not a perfect game by any means. It has its problems, but I think, yeah, I think a lot of people kind of blow that out of the water, you know, it's the worst game ever and whatnot. Some people are very much professional haters, and, you know, that's fine, I guess, but, you know. Recruiter companion, they become brain dead. Maybe you should, you need to keep a 10-meter radius away from them. Stop from rotting their brains. If you have the 3D PDA mod, it has an interactive tab where you can ask for a raid and you can hire more people. Yeah, I think I've seen that mod. Yeah, fun is not allowed in this game, unfortunately. You know what the wildest thing I heard the other day? Uh-oh. You know what the wildest thing I heard the other day? I think it was near the release of Stalker 2. But someone, like, I'm pretty sure they weren't joking, but they, like, wholeheartedly said that they think that Stalker 2 looks worse than Gamma. I can't remember their exact wording, but it was along the lines of that. They said that, like, you know, Stalker 2 does not look as good as this game. Which, yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, have you played Stalker 2? Have you played Gamma within, like, the last week? Or is it just rose-tinted glasses? I don't think Gamma looks bad by any means, but comparing this game to Stalker 2's visuals is just, it doesn't compare. Companions are way too overpowered. Do you feel like they should reduce the carry weight? Pay to keep them around? I mean, I think I agree with you. I think companions are definitely powerful, and to be honest, if you don't have a companion with you at all times, you are kind of shooting yourself in the foot. I don't necessarily, I mean, I don't know, the carry weight issue is a thing, I guess, but I think the biggest advantage that companions give you is just increased awareness. Like, the number of times I've been alerted to an enemy just because my companions have seen it first has been, you know, a lot. Light is kind of bad in Stalker 2. Mods in Gamma do it at 10 times better. Other than that, yeah, graphics in Stalker 2. Yeah, the lighting is kind of iffy in Stalker 2. That's fair. But that's mainly in indoor places, to be fair. Like, compare outdoor pictures of Stalker 2 with all the flora, and they just don't compare. What I remember, Stalker 2 looked really good. Stalker 2 is a good-looking game. Like, I really don't... I find it hard that anyone can argue against that. Like, it just is. It's... I mean, this may be a, you know, this may be an extremely hot take, but I do honestly think that Stalker 2 is it's a objectively good game. Good game. It's an objectively good-looking game. I really think that it does kind of have that modern, very modern fidelity. Yeah, optimization is a different point, right? When I talk about fidelity, that's not talking about optimization. Oh, thank God, I thought those were sin. Optimization and fidelity are completely separate things, right? I'm saying that Stalker 2 has a really high fidelity. I'm not saying it, you know, I'm not saying it's optimized. When the game runs, it looks really good. I thought Stalker 2 had a fine selection of weapons. Like, even after playing Gamma for 2+ years, I didn't really find myself wanting more guns in Stalker 2. Like, I just don't... Stalker 2, at least the existing gameplay of Stalker 2 doesn't really warrant thousands of different guns. I found it perfectly fine Because the thing is, the armory in Stalker 2 is pretty varied, right? Like, I feel like almost every gun in Stalker 2 has its own use, right? It feels different than each other. They feel unique, right? You know, whereas compared to this game where half the guns in this game feel the same. I think one of my biggest complaints with the weapons... Oh, grenade launcher time. I think I got him. How many of that did it kill though? 3 of them, goddamn. Knew the grenade launcher would come in use. What was I saying? Sorry? Something about weapons. My biggest complaint about the weapons in Stalker 2 is the inconsistency of attachments. It feels like some guns in Stalker 2, which should definitely take a scope, just can't take a scope. That scope. And that was kind of annoying. People have been spoiled by Gamma and forgot it's running 500 plus mods. Yeah. Oh, did I kill 4 of them? Oh, I killed 4 of them with this grenade launcher round. Holy moly. Knew it would be useful. Yeah, and I mean... yeah, but, you know, give it a couple of years. You know, presuming the SDK that's going to come out in a bit. Presuming the modding SDK that we're going to receive soon is, you know, pretty good. I feel like, given a couple of years, there'll be a ton of really good mods for Stalker 2. Because, like, honestly, now this may be a bit, again, this may be a bit of a hot take. But once Stalker 2 has a established SDK, and once, you know, once a lot of people have gotten accustomed to using the SDK, I don't see why people would kind of not use Stalker 2 as a future modding base. Right. Like, I know, you know, Anomaly is... Like, I know Anomaly is kind of, like, relatively simple to mod, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. The issue with this gun is it shoots too fast. Sometimes I only want to shoot 1 bullet, but it shoots 2 anyway, because of the fire rate. Psychic valve. No thank you. Someone dying. Stalker 2 is a great foundation for the future of modding. Yeah, I hope so. Is this an organic fight? No, we're doing the, this is the Mortal Sin quest line. It's the quest line after Living Legend. And this is one of the quests in it. You have to go kill a bunch of Sin members in Lamansk. I believe it takes us to the deserted hospital, I think. I think that's where we go next. GMO fight. Ugh. What the hell is even that? What gun does that guy have? There's a guy around this corner. What are you guys even shooting at? No idea. God, dude, it's such a mess. I don't know who's who. There's a Sin member close. This guy. You. You're Monolith. Is it just me, or is it quite hard to ID Sin members? I don't know. Monolith are really easy to identify. They got very distinct. They have very distinct clothing. But I don't know, Sin members just seem to blend in a bit. Especially when they're in the shadows like this. Show yourself. Hey Pasayo, hope you're doing well today. There's a mod that recently allowed dynamic attachments on weapons. It's kind of jank. Yeah, I saw that. $500 stalkers, holy moly. To be honest, it's kind of just a matter of waiting for the SDK, and then you can do a lot more with Stalker 2. It's kind of just a be patient moment. Is that guy in that building? Oh my... Oh my... Oh my god, okay, that was slightly close. 0 HP only. Okay, that is my... Okay, this has happened so many times, and I need to complain about it now. That, like, that situation right there is why I hate the new bleeding system. They need to, I don't know, I feel like they need to change something about that, because that's kind of unfair. You know, there's almost no way to counter that. It's when you get shot by a very damaging bullet, it puts you at like 95% health, but it starts a heavy bleed. You barely have enough time to bandage yourself to stop the bleeding. If you have normal the only reason why I lived is because I used a tourniquet. If I didn't use a tourniquet and just use a normal bandage, I would have been dead there. But I feel like it's kind of silly that, you know, you can survive getting shot, but then instantly bleed out. At least give, you know, at least give me some time to bandage my wounds. Thinking about playing Gamma again? My condolences. Sinners just bandits with LMGs and size shields? Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really like the new... I don't really, well, the quote-unquote new bleeding system in Gamma. I understand that they wanted to increase the, impact of bleeding. But I feel like, yeah. Well, the issue is now is that you can't even react to bleeding in that situation. If you get hit with a 338 Lapua, you can get one shot just by the bleeding. Yeah, and that almost happened to me if I didn't react as fast. And I don't care how, you know, realistic you want Gamma to be. This game should not have the ability to get one shot. One of the few things that I really like agree with upon in Gamma is the anti-one shot mechanic. Gamma specifically has a mechanic so that you can't be one shot in this game. If you take a lot of damage and you are relatively full on health, you will always be left with like 5% health left. And I really like that mechanic because, especially in a game like this with, you know, AI as bad as this game, being one shot it's not fair, right? I just don't think it's a fair mechanic. So having the, you know, the sort of safety net, so that, you know, you have to be shot at least twice, I think that's a, you know, I think it's necessary in this game. Okay. Yeah, this game doesn't have the best. I think that's kind of, I feel like that's like the most common sort of feedback about this game is this game gets kind of this game gets worse the more you play it. I think a lot of people agree that like the early game is kind of the early game is where this game is at its best. Adding metal magazines instead of anomaly magazines is criminal. No, I think that's a fine change. I feel like out of all the changes you could have picked, I feel like that one's the least offensive one. It's better than, what's the mod? Western Goods. It's better than the Western Goods mod, which has like a full screen page for those original magazines that you can view in the mod. But to be honest, I don't even know what to do to make this game better in the end game. I guess the answer is just more unique quest lines, I guess. Who shot me? Can you guys, like, kill this guy, please? Around the corner. Okay.
Меняю магазин.
Look, I've said this like so many times. I personally believe that one of the biggest issues in this game is the lack of variety when it comes to the quest. Oh my god. How many of them just turned that corner?
Смена магазина.
Did I just kill a friendly? I think I just killed my companion. Oopsies.
Меняю магазин.
Skill issue, I guess. But yeah, I strongly believe that this game lacks a lot of variety when it comes to the repeatable quests, and I think that makes the game it gets a lot more tedious the more times you play this game. You start to notice it. Oh, I get to you know, I get to deliver a package for the 1000th time in a row. Where's this body? Yeah, that's VDS. Not a good barrel though. Yeah, this gun is a good fire rate. It's like 900 basically. But the fire rate actually makes it hard. When I'm wanting to only shoot one bullet. Hyperburst? Does it have hyperburst? That's not hyperburst, I don't think. Why does bandaging me... Oh my god. That was close. I'm so glad my teammate warned me about it like a millisecond before it exploded. I mean, yeah, I guess I could just use the single fire mode, but I don't like... Hello? Oh, there you are. I don't like changing my gun's fire mode because I'll forget to change it back and then try to use automatic fire when it's still in single fire mode, which will get me killed. So I'd rather just not. F2000s have actual hyperburst, do they? AN94, my beloved. I'm gonna sneeze, uh-oh. No longer post videos. I thought I disappeared. You learned Gamma. Yeah, I'm taking a break from YouTube videos because of my I'm at the end of my university. So I'm quite occupied with that at the moment, so I'm just taking a break while I do that. And then I can't promise that I'll make videos again once I'm done with university, but I do want to. It's a weird ass gun. So yeah, no videos for at least a month more. And then after that, I do want to start looking into more Stalker 2 content. maybe the modding SDK has come out by then. Start doing monthly mod reviews for Stalker 2. This was my companion that died. Oopsies.
Следуем за мной.
Take his RPG, I guess. I don't really care about any of this stuff though. Who wants the RPG? Recently got back into Gamma? My condolences. Game's gotten more annoying but at the same time easier. I mean, I personally do think Gamma has had its kind of... Gamma has definitely had its peak in terms of gameplay quality, in my opinion. I think a lot of the most recent updates to this game have been kind of full with questionable choices or changes. Yeah, I don't know. Where's my friend? I had one loner guy, no? Was it you? It is you. You can now have 2 RPGs. And a SVDS, I guess. I'm very overweight. Can you carry this as well? Lucky. Do I have any... cocaine? Guess so. There's animation now, hell yeah. Literally playable. Hey Sol. You enjoy my videos? It's a shame most of the tier lists are out of date. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. But yeah, it's kind of just it's a sort of, I don't know what to call it, like necessary evil as such. When it comes to just covering video games that constantly update, you're inevitably going to make content which becomes out of date. It's not really something that I can remedy. I mean, I've already remade all my weapon tier list once. So that's kind of the best I can do. Plans on playing Redone? Redone isn't... It's just a mod pack. A mod, sorry. I use Gamma... Redone is in Gamma, I believe. At least some of the Redone components are in Gamma. I'm pretty sure. Morning. If I stopped making videos, I think many people would understand. Well, I don't plan on stopping making videos. I still want to kind of make videos. Uh-oh. No. Dude, are you kidding me? I had my grenade launcher out. God damn it, man. I like how he waited as well. He waited just long enough so he could rub it in. You recently got Gamma? My condolences. Sorry, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? No, I still want to make videos. I enjoy making videos. It's just, Gamma is... I've been making content on Gamma for 2 years now, right? I can't... Oh my god, he has RPG. That was close. But yeah, I've been making videos on Gamma for like 2 years now. And especially now that Stalker 2 is a thing. I don't see why I shouldn't move on to Stalker 2. Right? It feels kind of... Okay. But yeah, it's the next logical step as such. To go from Anomaly to Stalker 2. Did a gas can just blow up? I think that's what that was. Okay. What do I think about the artifact changes?
Смена магазина!
I think the artifact changes are they're pretty good, but I don't think they fully solved the issue of artifacts in this game. I think it's kind of a good start, but like that's about it. Artifacts are still a pain in the ass and relatively questionable if it's even worth the time and effort to get them. Oh god, I'm overweight. But at least they don't irradiate. At least you don't have to mess around with applicators anymore, I guess. Redone South and North aren't in Gamma, you believe? There you go. I have played with the Redone mods. I did play with them before they were added into Gamma. And I do rate them. I do think they do change up the game quite a bit. Holy moly. Why do I have 4 RPGs? Where the hell did 4 RPGs come from? Hello? Well, RPGs for everyone, I guess. How did I like it? Stalker 2? I enjoyed Stalker 2. I thought I had I had a good time with that game. You know, I think it has its flaws, but I don't think there's anything stopping it from being a fun experience. That's my opinion of it. Yeah, I need to remember there's a guy just camping in this building. It doesn't kill me again. Hello, Mr. Sin member? It's just not here this time, I guess. This scope blocks the grenade launcher sight. And it unloaded my gun for no reason. Oh, hello. Why is my gun unloaded? Okay, interesting. Why did it unload my gun? I'm gonna blow myself up here, guaranteed.
За мной.
You're with a fever and can't type too much, but you watch the streams. If you die, you will play with the UMP. I hope you get sorry. I hope you get well soon, dude. I hope you do get well soon. Fevers suck ass. Long gun. Did you just slap me? Was it because I shot you in the back of the head? That could be why. Rude. Anyone else there? Gonna run around with my grenade launcher, why not? Almost out of ammo. Surely there's not more people we have to kill. Much more. I actually do need to go back, I'm going the wrong way. Nerf the elbowing damage. I need to increase it, make it one shot. Wasn't happy with 556 to the back of the brain. And tough. Needs to learn how to suck it up. Grow up. Cool. Very cool. Spooky. I think the thing I liked the most about the Redone mod was the whole, you know, your actions have consequences thing. You know, certain stuff like if you wipe out the Freedom base in Army Warehouse, it gets overrun with Monolith soldiers. Or if you wipe out the Duty base in Rostock, it gets overrun with mutants. I think I really quite like that part of Redone. The sort of persistent world sort of thing. I thought that was kind of cool. Ugh. Need to go blow my nose, chat. I'll be back. Back in a sec. I don't know, I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really notice too much difference in the fighting AI. Maybe I didn't have the right mod installed. I don't remember them fighting much different.
Ну, я слушаю.
Неудачная охота, Сталкер.
Rogue managed to capture a Sin member, interrogate him to obtain useful information. But like, what if I like just didn't? Yeah, what happens if you just like... Now what? He has been successfully interrogated. Sin poses. Oh, does he have like a PDA on him or something? No. Does it, wait, does it break the storyline? Can I talk to you? No. Does it just break the storyline? I got a new mission, but it doesn't tell me what to do. It just says, stop sin. There's no location. I guess you can't just kill the prisoner. If you wipe out duty in Rostock, so there will be no duty at all. If you kill no, duty still exists in Redone. It's just that Rostock won't be occupied by them. Okay, fine. I won't execute the prisoner. Shut up. Strike a deal. Okay. I'm fed up with you, time to die. There we go. Yeah, so it does just... Yeah. So... Oh, I guess, actually no, you know what? I bet you if you just kill the... If you kill the Sin guy, you can probably still go up here and, you know, kill the Sin guys up here without... And then that will continue the mission. I guess interrogating the Sin guy just gives you the location of where you have to go next. But I guess if you just kill him, you can just go there anyway if you know. I presume that's what happens. Well, I can't do it now because we are out of ammo, so I need to go get more. Probably also change what gun I'm using. I'm using the fish gun for too much. Starting to turn into a fish. This guy's back. How did I miss that? Why is there freedom out here? The hell, man? What's going on? No, man. I don't even know what they're shooting at. There we go. Jeez, man. Why is there insert faction here is a question I asked Haley. I don't know. Some stalkers manage to end up in the weirdest of places. They made friends. Maybe. Or maybe he was a monolith spy disguising as freedom. Perhaps, perhaps. Dude, imagine... Okay, that actually gives me... I just had an idea for a repeatable quest. Imagine if there's a repeatable quest where, like... It has been reported that one stalker in a group of stalkers is reportedly a spy, right? So you have to go to you have to find the squad of stalkers, and you have to like observe them and see if any of them are acting weird, right? And you have to try and you have to guess the right person who is the imposter, if you must. I feel like that would be quite an interesting repeatable quest. You get rewarded if you guess the right guy, and I don't know, your quest fails if you don't. It's kind of similar to the From Ukraine with Love mission, except I don't know, you have to kill the odd one out, I guess. It overled that. Mission similar to that. Well, there's the From Ukraine with Love mission is you have to extract a gut person from an enemy group of stalkers by killing everyone but the right guy. But I'm kind of mine's the opposite, I guess. You have to, you have to work out the enemy from the group of stalkers. Leave these guys alone. To kill the spy, yeah. I mean, it's a good way to get yourself a free companion, I guess. Hey, Meowington. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome. Good luck on tomorrow's exam. I think I would quite possibly just give up if I had an exam on a Sunday. Thank God I don't. I have it tomorrow? Nah, it's on Monday. I'm not streaming tomorrow because, well, it's Monday. But yeah, thank you regardless. Some shitty AI module I don't care two shits for, but forced to do it anyway. Urgent orders. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I've had this rant before, but it honestly pissed me off how many... You're basically forced to take at least one, like, AI-related module at university these days. Because that's what they're offering. And it's honestly such a piss take. Because I honestly can't give two shits about AI. I don't care for it. I know it's like, oh, the future or whatever, but I honestly just don't care. You know? And when I got to choose my modules for my third year, two of my modules were kind of forced picks because well, half of the choices were were AI-based modules, so I didn't really have a choice in the first place. And I was stuck between like the AI one and then game theory, which on paper game theory does sound quite interesting, but it isn't what you think it is. It's like a bunch of nerdy math stuff, like working out how many different ways there are to play chess or something. It's like that sort of theory. Slab, thank you for the tier 1 sub, dude. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. So, yeah, not fun. But it honestly does annoy me how they kind of force it down your throat. Let's go gambling. I like gambling. Wow. 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 That was useless. I guess the ammo is okay. Best gun in the game. This is a S.T.A.L.K.E.R gun, is it not?
Хаюшки!
2D scope, my beloved. I love having a PNG placed in front of my eyes. Still have flashbacks from the probability theory course back in uni. I hate theory, okay? I think I've come to the realization I hate anything theory related. If I if I want to learn something, it has to be like practical. You know, make me do it, right? Like I don't want to spend like hours and hours theorizing stuff. Right? AI is practical though. No, AI is a different thing. I just hate AI because I don't know, it's just boring for me. I just find it boring. I'm just talking about like theory. Theory in general. It's another reason why I didn't mind maths, but I would never do like further maths as such. You know, that's a lot of like theoretical stuff. I liked physics, but I don't like theoretical physics. I much more prefer like real physics, not the fake made up bullshit. Okay, what gun am I using? That's the next question. I want to change the fish gun. But to what? What gun shall we use? Something with a good barrel. We can use the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I guess. That would be kind of comical if you must. Dude, S.T.A.L.K.E.R with the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, that actually kind of sounds kind of hot. Not gonna lie. SVD is bullshit, I'm not using that. Why is this gun fully repaired? I don't remember doing that. Luha. I'll use S.T.A.L.K.E.R, why not? The worst that could happen. A bit of ammo for it. Probably craft some more. Go away, fish gun, your time is up. I like how we still don't have expert tools. I think I'm just gonna go the whole run without getting expert tools, honestly, at this point. Too much effort. No, I want to disassemble this ammo. Mm-mm-mm. I haven't used the S.T.A.L.K.E.R in a hot minute, to be honest. It's been a while. Tell me the scope works. Really? Man, what is it with some of these guns? Holy moly, I see everything. No way of fixing it. Tell me the other scope works at least. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. There must be some mod conflicting with these guns. Probably. 100 rounds, 150 rounds. We can actually buy more ammo for this gun, I think. Tinted glass, yeah. What's worse, the Ash or the VSSK? I think, hands down, it's the VSSK. Just because the Ash 12 is automatic. Well, it just has a higher fire rate.
Как жизнь?
I am also kind of a VSSK hater, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I kind of dislike that gun. I just think... I don't know, I think a 12-7 sniper rifle is kind of annoying to use. It's like... I don't know, it's like having a 9x39 sniper rifle. Don't make no sense. I love when I can chuck a rock faster than my bullet. CQB sniper, yeah, exactly. It's when you need to hit those no scopes. No scoping your way through Brain Scorcher. SR25 is vanilla gamma, yes, and it's a very good gun. It's got a very high fire rate and shoots a strong round for decent capacity. To be honest, I just don't like the SR25 because it's kind of considered quote unquote meta. If this game had a meta, the SR25 would probably be within it. Yeah, I also just don't like the slow fire rate on the VSSK. Like, even for a sniper, I swear the RPM is quite low. Even for a bolt action. 34. Actually, I think that's quite high, to be honest. It's kind of just average. I don't know. The gun just feels clunky to use. I don't like it. Hey, James. Exclamation mark specs for my PC. Meta in a single player game. It does exist. It is a thing. I still need a new graphics card. At some point. Although now is not really the best time to get a new graphics card. Doesn't seem like it. Well, I could probably do with more RAM as well. 32 gigabytes in the big 25. Only. Gift sub, Copium. I still get randomly gift subs to channels that I don't even watch. I love Twitch. How much your max weight? 147.5 kilograms. That's thanks to the EXO. This also has weight carried. And I think we are still on the effects of flour. I don't think so, actually. I don't know, we are. Four times 8 DDR4. Yours is worse. You should get better. RTX 5090, which will fry your PSU. I think the next card I wanted to get... Uh-oh. Well, the next card that I was kind of looking at was probably the 5070, I think. I'm not going to get the 5090 for obvious reasons. Oh, nice one. But I think the 5070 was a decent choice. Oh. Get used to using this gun. But the thing is, oh, that guy's shooting me. I'm just gonna run then. The thing is, what was I gonna say? Oh, I may go AMD. I think the new AMD graphics card seemed quite promising. Stalker 2 AV1 streaming. Thank you for the follow. If only, man. If only Twitch had it. If only that one guy from Twitch didn't go and work on TikTok. That's apparently that's the whole story, by the way. I'll explain it in a bit. Flux, thank you for the follow as well. Why not AMD cards? I don't know, I've just always been an Nvidia guy. Not that I like an Nvidia or anything, but just because I've always had an Nvidia card. Hey, Flux, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. That is very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, okay, basically, AV1 is a method of encoding which is considerably better than what... it's a more modern standard than what Twitch uses. It allows for higher quality streams at lower bitrate. And Twitch was meant to have AV1 encoding like 5 years ago. The guy that was developing AV1 encoding for Twitch, he got it working like 5 years ago. But then that guy got hired by TikTok. He went to work for TikTok, which meant that Twitch never got AV1 encoding. And to this day, we still don't have it. YouTube has it, I believe. But not Twitch. Because the guy left Twitch for TikTok. Green team. I don't know, I don't know, it's like, what's it called, like, comfort. I have nothing wrong with AMD, and I probably would get an AMD graphics card if, you know, they are extremely compelling. But I don't know, I've always had a NVIDIA graphics card. I've also heard issues with AMD's software, so I don't know. And drivers. The prices dropped down after AMD will release more GPUs, so I can afford the RX 800. Last 2 generations from NVIDIA are disappointing. Yeah. Yeah. Everything crazy happening before GTA 6. Didn't they delay GTA 6 to like next year again? Added an extra year to the release. They released a new trailer for it recently. I actually haven't watched the second trailer for GTA 6. All I've seen is that people were like being bewildered over the fact that it was like the beer in GTA 6 trailer had bubbles in it. And people were like, oh my god, this is revolutionary. You know, as if bubbles in drinks haven't been a thing in video games since, like, I don't know, Half-Life Alyx. No AV1, I did not know, thanks for the info. Yeah, Twitch doesn't have... I think they were trialing AV1 encoding for a bit or something. I don't know where that went to. Knowing Twitch, nothing will happen of it, and we'll continue to have regular kind of shitty encoding. I believe YouTube does have AV1 encoding though. But yeah. The other thing is you need a suitable graphics card. I think only the 40 series upwards can support AV1 encoding. Yeah, you can find the VOD. Yeah, well, it won't come through on stream, but if you want to see how much better AV1 is, just search, I don't know, Twitch AV1 VOD. It's a guy playing, I think, Call of Duty or something. Yeah, it's this video. You guys can't, you have to watch it for yourself on your own computer. But, it is noticeably smoother. Like, if you've ever watched a normal Twitch stream, compare it to this. 5 years ago, by the way. But, yeah, if he even loads. Fitting name? What, this guy? No, this is the guy who moved to TikTok, I believe. This is just the guy who developed it. I think he was just streaming on his own account. Yeah. I don't even know if it's gonna load. Oh, the name, yeah. But yeah, go check it out. It's honestly... I don't know if it's more impressive or disappointing of what we could have had. So yeah, but we don't. So nothing has changed. Does this gun always take up like half your screen? Oh. God damn it, I was reading chat for a second. Like what you guys maybe do. YouTube, you can stream AV1 on YouTube, I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, it supports AV1 encoding. To be fair, this is why I always get annoyed. YouTube streaming is like so much better than Twitch when it comes to like quality. It's just that YouTube does not care at all about their streaming. You can stream up to 4K 60 FPS streaming on YouTube, right? But on Twitch you can't even get 1080p 60. Like you have to do some weird compromise. But yeah, no. It's fine. Twitch is a small indie company. They clearly can't afford the server capacity. It's not like their parent company has one of the largest servers in the world. What you heard? Twitch is still unprofitable for Amazon. No surprise they do the bare minimum to keep users and their main focus is on ads. I think Twitch is unprofitable. But like, God forbid a big company spends a bit of money on something just for the better of, you know, humanity as such. You know, oh no, my entertainment platform isn't min-maxing the profits. No, now get rid of it. No, man. Not allowed. Shareholders can't farm money or good things. Yep. I think the moment a company goes public is just when it goes down the drain. Because the moment a company goes public is when it starts prioritizing... Was this gate always open? Is this one of the changes? I swear this gate was never open. I'm not going insane, right? Wait. No, I'm not going insane. That gate isn't open by default. Neither is this gate. This gate is never open. This must be monolith's changes. Also, I like how these just do nothing. Yeah, the second a company becomes public is just when it goes down the shitter. When it starts prioritizing shareholder value rather than customer satisfaction. Just goes down. Isn't Discord going that way? Discord is just slowly becoming worse and worse. No, let me rephrase that. Discord is quickly becoming worse and worse. There is no slow to it. This gun does hit hard, to be fair. How did you not die to that? That was a headshot. Oh, it hit his hand. Stupid hand was protecting his head. Because obviously you're, you know... Oh, bye-bye. Obviously your hand would protect your head from a 12-7 round. It's like he just like... You know in the action movies where they just like catch a bullet mid-air with their fingers? Wasn't there a guy on... Was it? I can't remember. Was it Mythbusters where there was a guy who like said he could catch a bullet or something, or was it something else? The guy around this corner. Who's that? Last time we tried, 12-7 was straight cheeks, SVD infinitely better. When you say SVD, you mean the SVDS, right? Because the SVD is one of the worst guns in the game. The vanilla SVD. Made me sneeze. Interesting how when an unproductive group gets hold of a product, it gets bad. Okay. Rather use a stock SVD over the VSSK. Yeah, but that's just because the VSSK sucks. But the VSSK is vastly different to the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I hate that they nerfed 7.62 by 54, but it was very strong. Saw a guy deflect a bullet with a sword. I saw a guy catch a bullet with his teeth, but I don't know about the guy you're talking about. No, I think I'm just inventing things in my head. No, you know, oh, I'm getting confused. No, I'm thinking Mythbusters did a story of a guy, he caught an arrow. That's what it was. It was to catch... Rude. It was to catch an arrow with your hand. That's what the myth they did was. Can you catch an arrow shot by a bow, just like with your own hands, and like reaction time? And I think Jamie actually did it, if I remember. Like he just volunteered to have an arrow shot at him, and to try and catch it. And I think he actually did catch it. I want to find the clip. Let me find the clip. I'm pretty sure he caught it. Yeah. Yeah, I think they got this guy in who's like a self-claimed ninja or something. And he said he could catch an arrow. He said he could catch an arrow or whatever. Can't find it now. I swear he did. Nah, I don't know. Can't find it now. Astra would absolutely destroy a person. Oh yeah, definitely. I hate this section here. Look at them all up there. Perfect timing. Okay, that was like not a good place for you to stand. Can I just say that TV went downhill after Mythbusters was finished? There's not been a good TV show ever since. Okay. Not one. Oh, there's a stupid anomaly here and I can't get past it. That's annoying. I think there was a, speaking of, I don't know, this is kind of related, but I think there was a story of, I think it was during the war. I think it was during the Second War. This one soldier was, he was shot. He was shot in the chest, like right where his heart was. But he survived because he had I think he had a Bible. Right, it was like a thing that soldiers did back then where they'd like always carried a Bible with them. You know, for like good luck, I guess. And like he carried his Bible in like it was like in a chest pocket as such in his uniform. And the bullet was stopped by the Bible. And saved his life, which was pretty impressive. The Second World War? Yeah. There were two. Oh, wait, did I say the Second War? Oh, Second World War. Well, have you seen the phenomenon where if you shoot ice with a bullet, the bullet like spins on the ice? That's weird, man. Like why did it do that? Go to like the Arctic and shoot some bullets into the ice and they start spinning. It's weird. You wish you have this luck in Iron Man? What luck? Point to me where the luck is. I have anything but. No good show after 2016, true. Mythbusters had all... How are you up there? Mythbusters had all the good stuff, man. It was absolute peak. Oh, that soldier, I see your legs. This bit is really annoying. There's like no good way to tackle this section. Our guys are dead. What are you doing back there? What the hell? I didn't even know they could get back here. Top Gear ended for you 2015 when Clarkson left. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a Top Gear guy. I'm not really a car guy. But like, I don't know. OG Top Gear seemed like I would actually watch the original Top Gear, obviously. But like I have literally zero interest in the new Top Gear. I'm sure it's not like, oh my god. You know, I'm sure it's not bad or anything, but it's just like, I know like, who owns Top Gear? It's the BBC which owns Top Gear, right? Look, I know they're like greedy and everything, but like, honestly, they should have just stopped Top Gear. You know, like once the original trio left, they should have just called it, right? I mean, that's what Mythbusters did, right? Instead of dragging it on with, you know, it's dragging it, right? They're literally just like milking it for as much money as they can because of the title. Like Mythbusters was good because like they stopped. Whereas Top Gear, Top Gear is just dragging it on, really. You know, they need their cash cow. Yeah, shareholder value, exactly. I mean, again, I don't think it's probably worked out for them. I don't think the new Top Gear is a failure by any means. I think, you know, they're definitely probably making tons of money on it still, but it just doesn't feel the same. Clarkson's doing his own thing now. I think he's got his own farm that he's doing right. I think there was a new season of his farm show coming out soon. Not that I've watched any of them. I probably should, but I know he's doing farm stuff. James May, I see him on YouTube every now and then. I mean, to be fair, they're all like 60 years old or something, so like they are just retired. But I see James May does like food stuff or something on YouTube, and then I don't know what Hammond does. So yeah. Isn't the transition zone like up here or something? I always remember the transition zone here is like really weird. It's been a while since I've been to... No, it wasn't this, right? What even is up here? Damn it. Already established show, surely it will make us money. Well, the thing is, it is, right? Because at the end of the day, it's Top Gear, right? They own the naming, the licensing. You know, it is Top Gear. It's gonna make them money regardless. It's sort of the Call of Duty of TV shows, right? They could release the most, like, they could release slop, and people would still watch it because it's got the name. You know, people may not enjoy it. They may not like it, but they're still gonna watch it. Who needs legs? Not where I'm going. You weren't a car guy either, but it was fun to watch when they were traveling and doing random stuff with cars. Well, that's the thing. I think that's the thing that made Top Gear such a successful show. It was, you know, it was a car, sort Sorry, I'm so confused. This whole place was pointless. Never mind. It was a car show at the end of the day, but the whole point of it is that... Okay. You know what? To be honest, I actually can't be bothered to boot up the game again. Kind of can't be bothered. But yeah, it was a car show, but like anyone can enjoy it because it was kind of just like a talk show as such, or like I don't know what to call it. You know? You could enjoy the show without knowing anything about cars. Average TV in the Big 25. This is like an honest question. Does anyone actually still watch television that isn't just like, I don't know, sports channels, right? I feel like the only people still watching television is just like pubs that have sports channels on all the time. I honestly think TV is a dying thing. At least in England. And don't get me started about TV license. But I honestly do think that TV is slowly whittling out. Your parents still do? Well, I mean, that would make sense because, well, my parents don't. I think they both moved on to, like, Netflix and whatnot. But, in fact, for as long as I remember, I mean, I used to watch TV when I was little, obviously, but very early on, we got an Xbox. And the Xbox is, you know, apart from playing games, the Xbox was, like, a perfect multi-functional device, right? Like we had Netflix on the Xbox that we'd watch a lot. We could play DVDs on the Xbox. And it got to a point where we were using the Xbox more than the TV. So like, I think we eventually just got rid of the TV set. Because like, it was like, what's the point? We don't use it. We just use the Xbox. But I really don't think television as it was, I don't think it's much long for this world. At least in modern countries as such. I mean, TV is still popular in places with, you know, limited access to internet and Wi-Fi and stuff because television is very accessible as such. But yeah, in sort of first world countries, I feel like TV is dying out. People are moving on to alternative media. That's just kind of easier to get. Except like Netflix and all those streaming channels. Those streaming channels can suck my ass. The amount of like hoops and hurdles they jump through just to make your experience worse. I don't have a TV license. You can send the government officials out after me. I don't have one. But then again, I don't watch TV, so I don't need one. So. Do what you want. You can't arrest me. Yeah. Anyway. What's this image? I always forget the images. Is this my dog? No. Didn't I have a picture of my dog somewhere? Oh, here she is. Hello. Always just have a quick access. But yeah, anyway. That will be it for today, guys. No stream tomorrow, so next stream will be on next Friday. Yes, next Friday. Well, I guess this Friday also works, but yeah. So yeah, anyway, chat, until Friday. I will see you then. Cute puppy. She is very sweet. I love her dearly. Very sweet. But yeah, I'll see you Friday, chat. Until then, I hope you all take care. I hope you all have a good one, guys. And yeah, I'll see you Friday, chat. Take care. Bye-bye.